Hello, welcome to 6108. I'm one of your TAs for this semester, Hila, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of Canvas and a program called BlockPy. So pretty much all your assignments can be found in the Modules tab. And here in the modules, you can see surveys, lessons, reviews, Discord quizzes, all sorts of fun stuff. But mainly this course is going to be organized into lessons where each important concept is covered in a lesson. So for example, let's go to lesson 16, string operations. These lessons are each further divided into different sections, which can be seen with the drop-down box up here. And you can see that you have a reading, you have a quiz, and then you have a bunch of programming questions. So as soon as you open this up and look at the reading, the assignment starts to be graded. Don't be stressed out because you'll be able to submit infinite times until you're happy with your grade. So the 0 you see when you initially open the lesson is not going to be your final grade. It's just the initial grade. So every lesson has a reading which generally consists of a video and then a lot of helpful information. So I highly recommend you both read and then watch the video. In the reading page, you'll see a download button if you want to download the PDF of the PowerPoint and a pop out. So if you want to watch the video and look at the notes side by side or do programming problems and have the reading side by side, this is a great tool for you. Next, you have the quiz. So basically the quiz takes what you just looked at in the reading and now asks you conceptual questions to make sure you really understood what the reading was talking about. So when you first look at the quiz, you'll have to hit start quiz before you can actually see the content of the questions. Once you see the content of the questions, when you answer the question or give a satisfactory answer that isn't just blank, you'll get a complete box here rather than an empty box. So you can take these quizzes as many times as you want. So for example, if you submit an answer, it tells me, hey, this question's wrong. So I can now retake the quiz as many times as I want until I figure out the correct answer and hopefully get 100. Next, we have programming questions. So every lesson has a different number of programming questions. So some of them can have one and some of them can have a lot. So this one has more than the general lesson. So for example, if I click on a lesson, it heads to BlockPy. So BlockPy is the programming used for, BlockPy is the program used for programming questions. So this is meant to be very beginner friendly and has a lot of different features. When you come to a BlockPy program, you'll see instructions at the top. So this is super important because this essentially tells you exactly what you're supposed to do and it'll give you enough detail so that you can comfortably do the question. So if you don't read this, you probably will not know what you're doing. So make sure you read that. At the bottom of the interface, there's something called an editor, which is the text right here and the blocks right here. And it's really cool because BlockPy is a dual editor. So you can mess with blocks, you can move blocks around, and your code, like your text, will change with how you move the code or the blocks around. So that's a great way to get started. But over the first couple of weeks, you want to start transitioning to just text. So you want to be comfortable just typing. But the blocks are here to help you get started and to get a better understanding of how all these pieces of code connect. So when you're finished writing the code or answering the question, you can hit the run button to test it. And it'll give you feedback. So if you get the correct answer, it'll be green and give you a little checkbox and you can feel good and go about your day. But if you write an incorrect answer, it'll give you some information. So for example, here it says you're not subscripting the animals variable. So now you want to look back at your code and look at what the animals variable is and check the subscript of that. So this is kind of the process you want to go through with every problem. So there are also other features. So for example, hey, I totally messed up my code. I typed some random garbage here. I want to take it back to the normal prompt that Dr. Bart gave us. Well, there's a reset button right here. So you can use the reset button to go back to a clean slate. In addition, you can upload your code if you choose not to do it on BlockPy, but I highly recommend you do it on BlockPy because it's a lot easier. And then you can look at history to look at your previous attempts. So I didn't make any, I only ran this code once. So there's only one attempt here, but if I want to go back to this one attempt, say I made multiple attempts, I can hit use and it'll go back to that. Finally, sometimes your feedback is hiding a regular Python error message. And when this happens, you'll see like a little pink bug right here next to this quick menu thing. So you'll want to access that and you'll be able to find the error information you want. Now that's all for the BlockPy tutorial. I hope that helps you and hope you have a great day.